This is Bergstrom's State Line Quiz Bowl. Now from the Collins Aerospace Studio at the Nordloff Center in downtown Rockford, here's your host, Eric Wilson.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl. We're live here on the Nordloff Center stage, thanks to our friends at Collins Aerospace and the Rockford Public Library. Last week was a good game, right? It was close up until that final round when Keith pulled away. They ended up beating Dixon. Keith will now face the winner of this game. Let's welcome our two teams this week, shall we? First, the Guilford Vikings. Guilford's been part of Quiz Bowl since day one, and 3 of the last 4 years the team has made it into the second round. Hoping to do that again. No pressure. Captain Jeff. Jeff, introduce us to the rest of your team.
I'm Jeff, and my team will introduce themselves from my right.
Okay. I'm Max.
I'm Josh.
I'm Nathan.
Welcome, Guilford Vikings. To try to stop them from making it to the second round, though, you'll have to overcome the Amboy Clippers. Welcome, Amboy. Amboy has also been part of Quiz Bowl since the beginning, made it to the second round last season, but ran up against eventual champions Auburn, which we all know is kind of a tough obstacle there. But again, could be different things this time around. And we're going 3-on-4 today, right? Captain Nick, introduce us to your team.
I'm Nick. To my right is Aaron, and to my left is Ethan.
All right. I don't know, Guilford, they were talking trash earlier. They said they only need 3 people. We'll see what happens. They weren't. They were not doing that. I'm just trying to cause some drama here. This game will be exciting anyway, even without me creating false drama. Let's start with our Superior Joining Technologies buzz-in round. Contestants, it is a buzz-in. If you hit that buzzer, you're on your own, no conferring. Each question's worth 10 points. The 2 most important rules: wait for me to call your name, and say your answer loud and clear, especially because of the masks. I want to make sure that we get that answer correct. All right, hands on your buzzers for our first question. C.S. Forester wrote a series of novels about a Royal Navy officer with what first name, which Shakespeare gave to a loyal friend of Hamlet? Ethan.
Richard.
Incorrect. Guilford, you have a chance for these 10 points. He said the line, "Good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest." That was Horatio. And the character from the novels was Horatio Hornblower. No points, teams. Let's move on. What form of heat transfer, which is used in most toasters, can propagate through a vacuum and occurs by emission of photons, especially infrared? Nick?
Convection.
Incorrect. Guilford. That heat transfer is radiation, infrared radiation. What Polynesian island country, whose capital is Apia, lies just to the west of the international date line near its American counterpart? Jeff.
Vanuatu.
Incorrect. Amboy, you have a chance for some points. That's Samoa, not too far from American Samoa. Both of those are way out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. An uneaten supper is still hot after Max sails home from an island inhabited by the title creatures. Jeff.
Where the Wild Things Are.
That is correct. That is the children's book by Maurice Sendak. Guilford, those are your first points of the round. You're up to 10. The Spanish phrase oro y plata appears in the flag of what large U.S. state, whose nickname is Big Sky Country? Nick.
Montana.
That is right. That translates to gold and silver. We're now tied at 10. What man, who was supposedly called a turbulent priest by Henry II, was murdered by 4 of Henry's knights in 1170 in Canterbury Cathedral? That man was St. Thomas a Becket. New question. What man, who led the victorious forces at the Battle of San Jacinto, served as governor of both, Ethan?
Sam Houston.
That is right. Governor of both Tennessee and Texas. Texas maybe liked him a little bit better because he's got a city named for him there. 10 points. Guilford, or Amboy, you're now on top by 10. Coordinate and network are forms of what phenomenon in which electrons of 2 atoms interact, holding them together, as in the covalent type? Josh.
Bond.
That is right. We would have accepted covalent bonds, covalent bonding, chemical bonds. Those are 10 points. Those 10 points are yours, and that's how we end the round. Tied. So back where we started from. 20 to 20, right? Like level playing field. That's one round, though. There's 3 more left to play, and we'll get back with our next round, which is volleyball after this break.